Here with head football coach Mike Fritze of the University of Minnesota Crookston football team, getting ready for players to report here for fall camp. Just how excited are you guys to get going after all the work here this summer and through recruiting to get this team ready to go here?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of excitement around campus here. We've had some players reporting early. Major difference between last year, obviously, and it will be pretty noticeable, are our numbers. We should be up in the mid-90s, whereas last year we ended up in about the mid-60 range. So we're very excited about the numbers of kids that we have coming in a new class. We've got about 50 kids in the new class coming in. So.
Just talk about that new class a little bit. I know you talked a little during the recruiting season, but there's been even more work done here after that February signing day to get even more kids in. And I know the emphasis was, kind of 50-50 with Minnesota kids and outside kids, but just talk a bit about that diverse group that you were able to bring in.
I think we have a very balanced group. And again, going in, our focus was trying to get to a 50-50 split of Minnesota, North Dakota kids versus kids coming from further away. And I think we ended up pretty close to that. The other thing that we wanted to do is keep a balance between offense and defense, and we were able to do that. I think we recruited some pretty good kids at every position and recruited pretty good numbers at every position. One position that's going to stand out numbers-wise anyway is our defensive backfield, where we did have a number of seniors there this past year, and I think we added maybe 15 more defensive backs, so we're up a little bit over 20 with that. So we're very happy with that. We added a few kickers, so we're balanced there. A few quarterbacks, running backs, receivers, O-linemen. So one thing that is noticeable as well is that I think we signed maybe 24 kids on signing day, and then we ended up with about 48 kids signed. So we ended up signing about as many after that signing day. So gotta credit our coaching staff. They've worked very hard. Last season, Robbie Case, who is now our offensive coordinator, was also our recruiting coordinator, and he did an outstanding job getting everybody together, and a lot of that is due to his efforts. And then Levi Bullerman, who's doing it now, the recruiting coordinator position, he's done an awesome job as well.
Just now that we've talked about the incoming guys, just talk about this returning group, and especially just the senior class that you have. I think just a great group overall of guys that have really stuck it out, and they've been through quite a few coaching staffs now, and you're actually going to be the first coach that they've had for more than a year. So
Right.
just talk about that group of just really great guys, and quite a bit of talent in that group as well that you've got coming back from a leadership standpoint as well.
Right. I think we have a tremendous number of great leaders in our upcoming senior class, and going through the number of changes that they have gone through really will tell this year in the consistency that hopefully we will have with the coaching staff staying pretty static and not moving much, and I think talking with them after I got the position, that's pretty much what they were looking for as a group, was consistency. And when you go through 4 different head coaches, it's very difficult to do that. We have really some good leaders on both sides of the ball, and they're great players, and we're really looking forward to a good year from those guys.
Just talk about some position groups that you're kind of looking forward to, just some battles and just what's going to happen in fall camp. I know obviously quarterback is a position everyone's going to look at, but it sounds like that's pretty much decided from the spring with Ben Buchholz coming back and winning that job during spring ball. But just kind of touch on some of the other skill positions, offensive line, and then defensive side of the ball as well.
Sure. And Ben had a great spring, and so did Nate Cole, and we feel really good with Nate coming in as playing a backup role, and we would feel very comfortable with Nate in as a starter as well. Ben, I think, took a step up in his passing game. He can make a lot of different types of throws. He's got a very strong arm. Both are very good leaders. Both are very intelligent players. And we've got 3 new freshmen coming in as well to add some depth to that position that we're excited about. I think one of the positions that we're really excited about and looking to see what we've got is on our offensive line. I think that's one place where we were really looking to add numbers and quality depth to, and we have some very good incoming freshman offensive linemen. We have a transfer coming over from Central Lakes, Tyler O'Brien as well, who can add some depth to that position, but we're really excited about that. We have some good receivers coming in, some speed. So I think offensively we're pretty happy. One position that we were a little bit lacking in our recruiting results this year is tight end. So we have 3 seniors there, and I'm not sure behind them who's going to end up there. Defensively, when you look at our secondary, you're going to see a lot of new faces. We do have some returning guys who have played some, but we do have some very good young players coming in there as well, so that'll be very exciting. At our linebacker core, we have some good, solid returners. Some of our best players who were all-conference type players, Rock Hall and Brody Davidson are coming back, and we have a couple players coming in as well who we're really thinking are going to be very good. Our defensive line, we have a lot of depth there coming back. We did graduate 2 seniors there, but and again, we have some great leadership from that group as well. So I think overall, in kicking wise, we've got our punter Tyler Hansen is back, and our place kicker Mike Ma is back. So, and then adding a punter and a kicker as well, I think will add to our depth. So we're pretty happy and excited going in.
You know, just with fall camp specifically coming up, just talk about some of the big dates, what you report here August 12th, and just talk about the plan with camp going forward and when everything's going to start for you guys.
Okay, we start practice actually on the 14th, and we have to go 5 practices, kind of basically single practice days. So a lot of fundamental type of work that we'll do then. Our first 2-a-day, I believe, is next Tuesday. So we will have our first scrimmage on Wednesday, the 18th of October, and then another scrimmage the following Wednesday. I believe it's the 25th of August. And those will be kind of our 2 big hitting days and our live days. We can only have 4 days of 2-a-days throughout practice, so we try to make as good use out of that as possible when we do that, but without trying to kill the kids and wanting them to come back the next day. So we feel practice-wise that we're pretty set for fall camp, and just excited, ready to go.
Thanks, Coach.